Hello, race fans. Welcome to the 93rd Annual Barbara Fritchie Classic. And what a beautiful day today. We had rain this morning. Good Lord's looking down on us. He's giving us a window of opportunity here to ride. We've got some very fast riders. Fast time right now is Chad Coase on a Harley-Davidson, number 49, the California Kid. We've got folks from Ohio, Pennsylvania. We've got them from Maine. We've got them from New York. They're lined up and they are ready to go. If you missed the action today, we are sorry you didn't make it, but we're trying to drive this to 100, so we're looking for you next year if you didn't make it this year. Marvelous group of people that help us out. I can't tell you how much we appreciate Fredericktown, Yamaha, and Triumph. That's near and dear to my heart. We have Dutro's Honda here locally that has been right by our side. The May family. These are the family of Paul May Sr. They give us money for the Dash for Cash so these riders can afford to travel the country. You couldn't do it without them. We got the Carbaugh family. We also have, as I dig for this, the Baltimore County Trail Riders. They put on a $92 in honor of Rodney Ferris, national number 92. They've been with us here the whole time. I've been working this thing since 1977, and it's a pleasure to take it over. I took it over 2 years ago to run it, and it's getting better and better every year. I can't tell you how much I appreciate all the local help keeping this Frederick tradition alive. 93 years, a real tribute to something that can stand the test of time. You know, a lot of people don't know much about the Barbara Fritchie Classic other than the fact it's a motorcycle race. But we have a number of different people on a number of different motorcycles. And today we have 13 different classes that we run. And they run single-cylinder machines. Often Harley-Davidsons are the twins, but it's the Hondas, the Suzukis, the Kawasaki's that also populate this field of racers, and even some of the older Rotex models. So we've got divisions for various people. We have the pro singles, the open singles. These are amateurs that are riding the open singles. Some of these riders are as young as 14 years of age because they can qualify through the AMA Racing Organization. And yet we have some folks on our vintage machines. A lot of these are motorcycles that were run in the 60s, 70s, and 80s. The Triumphs notably are there. Again, the Rotex. Anything that's over a 1968 or older can qualify for our vintage. We even have some vintage riders. We have a rider here on a Harley-Davidson Sprint from the mid-1960s. Now, he's a little older than the mid-1960s. He's 72 years of age. But we get to see an awful lot of stuff. We have a special treat here today in that we have some of the old board track racers. And in the early years, they had a kind of a conical racetrack that was built strictly out of boards pieced together. As we came out of the World War II, we went into the board track, and then that got to be a little sketchy. The boards tended to fail, and they started racing in dirt. And that's kind of where the Barbara Fritchie started. And it was actually 1923. I've done a little more research. And Bill Minnick, one of the heroes of the day, had one of these single-cylinders machines. So we have 6 motorcycles that were built between 1914 and 1923. A Pope, a Harley-Davidson, an Indian, a Redding Standard, and they are on display here today, and they will race today. Now, they don't have a clutch, so you bump start them. They take 2 laps to get lined up. They throw the green flag, and it's a race. So I can tell you most of the fans in these stands have never seen some of these early board track racers and the ones we raced in 23. And I say we include each and every one of you. And you'll get an extra treat today.
Jeremy, you're not 45 yet, but you were doing 45, and you got the win, and you've been winning everything all day. First thing I want to do, I don't see any of the Baltimore County Trail Riders around, so I'm going to make a presentation. Fastest Expert Twin Heat Race in memory of Rodney Ferris, number 92, and so there's $92 from the Baltimore County Trail Riders to you.
Yeah, and like I said earlier, you know, in the dash, that helps out more than anybody can ever think. You know, really, I mean, we're scraping pennies together just so all of us can go racing, you know, and it's not just me. I'm sure Danny everybody else, Mike, Chad, they're all in the same boat. So any little bit helps, and it's greatly appreciated. So, but, we got off to a good start, made it easy on myself and didn't get, a bad start. Got out there and ran a few laps, and, before I knew it, the fun was over.
No, the fun's just beginning.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, this is definitely my type of track. I've grown up racing on this stuff, so I like to do a little bit better here, and then when we go to clay, I let Mike Poe and all those guys beat up on me because that's just not my style. But, coming here, it's one of my favorite racetracks. I can't thank the Rileys enough for doing everything that they can to put this on and really, sticking their neck out here, especially with today and the weather. And still proceeding to put this race on. It's a great race, and there's great fans, and it's just a great atmosphere on the 4th of July. And I've been coming here for, I want to say, 5 or 6 years, and as long as they're still having it, I'm coming back. So.
Oh, well, we certainly appreciate that. How about a shout out to all of your sponsors? Yeah,
everybody. It's unreal how much people have really stepped up this year. Rye Helmets, my family, my mom and my dad. Happy birthday to my dad. July 2nd, so happy birthday to that guy. My girlfriend Amber, Daryl Bear with Bear Racing Products, those guys. My wheel was broke after the dash, and I didn't have a wheel until Daryl gave me one of his backups. So without that, I wouldn't even be sitting here. So big thanks to him. Saddleman Seats, make the best seats in the world. Definitely Spider Grips, G2 Ergonomics, Motion Pro, K&N, everybody else that helps, Wade Lamas is West Coast Hot Shoe. Just everybody else that's involved with this, I really can't thank them enough.
All right, let's hear it for the top 3 riders.
And it's an awesome race, and hopefully we made it right for you. Woo!
All right, let's hear it for it. Danny Coles. Because you're one of the oldest.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. And then, that kind of weighs on my shoulders, too, with being the oldest. It's a challenge to keep it in shape. It's a challenge just to battle with these younger riders. When you get 45 years old, I guess you can only experience for time.
You had to work your way up through this entire crowd.
Yeah, the starts usually aren't my best thing, unfortunately. It's a little tough trying to come through the pack, and especially with these guys, Jeremy and Dan. These guys are flying on the speed gravel, so it's happy to be up here. Thank all my sponsors, Rogers Flagler, of course you, Kevin Bailey, Blake Wareheim, my cousin John.
At least a few times. Michael Poe.
Bonus event footage is brought to you by AreaCable.com for the Area Guides Network. Be sure to also see Frederick.com, keyword motorcycle race, for lots of photos.
Frederick going. We thank you, Lord, for all of this. We thank you for holsters and ulsters. This is risky business, and we know.
And the 35 of Justin Bender from Elkins, Maryland. Race 4 and 5 is staging. Race 4 and 5 is staging.
Excalibur gets the checkered flag. The 12 of Jim Schultz on an 8 in second. And look at this battle for third. Across the line, the 11X of Eric Whipple. He's on a hard.
Bear Racing Products. For the Harley Davidson line. 71 years old. The 50th, Billy Worthington from Rockville on the Triumph. The 14 of Joey Alexander, the 14S, and all the way to the outside, Jay Mayer from Bishopville, Maryland, on the outside. Vintage signs and Yamahas. Of Jay Moore from the 94 of Kurt Fisk from Hagerstown, Maryland. The 75 of Jim Gately from Silver Spring, Maryland, 61 years old. The 85 of Pat Duffy from Sykesville, Maryland. And the 9A of Jeff Hogan from Pipersville, Pennsylvania. 2 Triumphs, 1 Suzuki, 3 Hondas, and a Yamaha. Here we go. The 69 of Ben Evans from Gary, Ohio. The 82 of all the Harley Davidson. Everything out there, Kawasaki's with him. And Jim Palmer, congratulations. $540. Now what are you going to do with that $540? Hot dogs for everybody. Hot dogs for everybody, I like that. So $540, thank you very much, and thanks for coming out and joining the racing. Jim Palmer with the win. In the Jackson Mass.
Yeah, you brought it back.
Yeah, me and Mike had a pretty good battle going there. He was leading in. He was slipping up a little bit in 3 and 4. I saw that, and I kind of felt like I was going to hold on that till the end of the race and see if I could make my move. Because me and Mike, we're good friends. When we're out here, it feels like we're riding 100s around with each other. I know he would put it right back underneath me going into 1 if I did it like before. So, no, that's really sucks for Chad. He's a great kid. He's super fast, and he's had a really good program together, but it just seems like he's having a little bit of bad luck.
You want to put it out for your sponsors, I know that.
Oh yeah, High's Dairy Store, man, I definitely appreciate it. It goes a long way. Richard Ford Racing. Evan.
It's been a good track to me ever since. I always have a blast here. The track is always perfect. Even though
I would say so. I think it looks pretty good right now. Yeah, it feels great.
obviously, my dad, my mom, my girlfriend, and my son,
give a big shout out to Eddie Moore for holding this thing down the way we have. Through the road, we got our see how he's working various
the 50-line Max Horvath from Bangor, Pennsylvania, and the 63 of Jesse Long from Central Pennsylvania. Pouliot is on the pole, Strickler next to him, then Long, then Horvath. Six on the front line, everybody else in the back. 10 laps finals.
of the All-Star National thing coming down the little bumpy the boot and
The first race. Colin, fantastic hole shot. You got the hole shot right where you wanted to be, and just tough time keeping that Canadian back.
Yeah, I mean, I tried. I got a good hole shot, like you said, and a couple laps in, I just heard him coming around on the inside and tried to hold him off, but he was running a little better in the turn. So.
Well, you guys pulled out with enough of a lead there that if you guys broke away, they weren't going to catch you.
Yeah, I looked back a couple laps towards the end and saw that, and pretty proud about that.
Now, you made the charge towards the end there. I guess it was too late to catch up with Pouliot, huh?
Yeah, I just tried to make sure there was no one behind me and just stay right behind these guys.
All right, you want to put a shout out to your sponsors?
Yeah, Tom Seebeck Fishing Lures and Seebeck Racing, Fly Racing, Bell Helmets, GoPro, and Dad for making all this possible.
All right, let's hear a big hamburger. And I hope I'm saying right, Pouliot? All right. This is Mr. Pouliot. He is from Canada, from Quebec. Congratulations.
A good line. I was trying to get the first base, but wasn't at that time before, so we take the center, and it's really good.
I'll tell you what, you came out with it, and you didn't quite get the whole shot, but there was no pulling back once you got out there, and there was a great charge on Jesse Long there. You almost got it towards the end.
Yeah, I didn't get a good start, but I moved my way on the high line and wide open, and it was fine.
No, good job. You want to
come with me today and help me. Magic Screen, they let me ride on it.
Jesse, you've been working a long.
This is going really good. I got off the line luckily. Tried not to get worried, like I did in the heat race. I kind of slipped up when I heard him behind me, and I just didn't make the same mistake twice.
Well, you pulled away coming down that back straightaway, and you took away his turn 3. So you did a great job in the defensive ride.
Thank you. I gotta give mad props to Peters Motorsports and Tim Peters. He's puts in countless hours in building these bikes and making them right. He really helps me out. Special thanks to him. Also, Daryl Bear, I gotta say thanks to Daryl for letting me ride the twin today. And, it's just a good opportunity. I appreciate it. Also, Evans Coolant, Motion Pro, Saddleman, everybody that helps me out, I appreciate it.
All right, let's hear a big hand for him. Our top 3 riders, Tyler Cunningham, Craig Pouliot, and
my brother Justin and my mom and dad, I gotta say thanks to them too. They're always, they stay behind me, and times are hard, but you need a good, strong family behind you to keep it going.
Amen to that.
Thanks, everybody.
All right, let's hear it for him. Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. On the back line is the 41 of Brad Hazel from Lindenville, New York. Expert singles on the line. Does it?
No, not at all. You know, me and Shane are great friends. I love battling with him. That was a blast. You know, he had a little more motor than me, but we had a little bit of handling, so it was kind of fun playing, cat and mouse. Watching, drag it out in his trailer, he catch him in the corner. So it was a lot of fun. I just love having my dirt bike with friends. So that's all it's about.
Well, it was wild because I was watching you. You kept sending him outside, and you couldn't fluster him because I know he knew you were on the cushion coming out of floor, and then you tried him inside, and it didn't make any difference.
Yeah, a lot of times you can catch somebody if you pressure them one way and then go the other. Obviously, Chad has been around the block once or twice. He knows what's going on. So, a couple of the old tricks don't work on, amazing riders like Chad. So, we tried, and I'm happy with what we did.
All right, very good. Second, I've seen you around here before, at least a few times.
Oh, absolutely. It's a pretty fun track, actually. It's a little narrow, it's a little challenging, but when we get on these 450s, they're a challenge for me because I come out of retirement and I never ever rode a 450 much in the last couple of years. So it's been a challenge. It's been challenging to get this thing hooked up and to be able to get around the track.
Well, let's face it, we came up with framers, and suddenly go from framer to production bike. A little different, huh?
It definitely is, because I'm 45 years old. Back in the day, I used to ride a framer, and the framers were it, man. And once you get used to something like that, it's hard to get a feel for these GTX bikes. They're a challenge.
All right.
And Scoundrel Fabrications and Jim Shepard, and there's just so.
All right, let's hear it for him. There it goes. Well, Chad, it's been an expensive couple weeks for you. Another motorbike's in the dust, but you made it back here to the podium and took the win in the pro singles. So it's worth something for you too.
Yeah, like you said, we've been on a roll. I hooked up with Myers Motorsports, Mike Myers this year, and I really feel for him because he's giving me great equipment, and every time something happens, we're running up front. So that's a good thing. And once we kind of get this stuff sorted out, we're definitely going to be a force to be reckoned with. And I just can't wait for it because it's been a struggle over the years, and with my new team, it just feels right at home. So I'm really happy. I can't thank Mike Myers enough and Mike Barnes for coming out. And like Jeremy said, Tom Engelhart did this motor, and it's got some horsepower for sure. And it was nice to have that. And it seemed like Jeremy was kind of getting me a little off the turns, and he was real hooked up to the center. And so I kind of just could hear him there behind me, and kind of changed my lineup a little. And it all worked out at the end. And I can't say enough for Jeremy. He's a great rider, and it seems like we always find each other on the track, so it's always fun racing with them. And I just really want to thank all the fans for coming out. I can't say enough what Richard Riley did for putting this on. Like everyone knows, because
the 33 John Butcher. The 59 of Ian Janet from Tabernacle. 67 years old. Come down the front straight. It's the door. In the lead.
All right, and 2 races left. Joseph Fisher and the Expert Twins.
From Sykesville, Maryland. The 67.
See Frederick.com, keyword motorcycle race for photos and more video clips. Thanks for watching.